sending the best of the best, that's for sure. Yeah, those ladies earned it, so it's going to be fun cheering them on.
How would you feel if the one thing you wanted the most and worked your entire life for, with the sole purpose of making your country proud, was snatched away from you? One is bound to be devastated to their core, but it's even worse when the betrayal comes from the very country they sacrificed their entire life for. Hang on, everybody, as in today's video, we uncover the cruel things Abby Steiner had to go through. And let us tell you one thing, she wasn't ready for any of it. We all know the gorgeous Abby Steiner as the woman who stacked records like they were donuts. She has made the world sing praises of her achievements time and time again. She pushed her body to its absolute limits and even recovered impossibly quickly from her 2 surgeries. But what exactly happened that made the country think that she was not a right fit for the French Olympics of 2024? The reason behind this heart-wrenching news will blow your mind, so stay tuned to find out. It's not like she agrees with the decision. She has even voiced her protest in front of the whole world when she said, "No one comes here wanting to do anything other than represent the country in the Olympics." Steiner's emotional response is entirely understandable, but it seems that these heartfelt words were not warm enough to melt the cold hearts of the people in charge of finalizing the team, and in the end, she still didn't make the cut. The question remains, what exactly was the reason that she couldn't be selected despite her achievements? We put our heart and soul into the sport. It doesn't feel good when things don't work out. It all started when she had to take a break after last year's US Championships because of her injury, and this caused her to retire from the track until early April. She didn't give up at that time and made a comeback at the 2024 Gamecock Invitational. People thought that since she had just come back, she wouldn't be competing for the positions, but she proved them all wrong and won the women's 400 meters with a time of 51.5 seconds. And just to tell you, it was the fastest across all sections of the event. It was like something flipped inside her, and she started making new records in every competition she participated in. When Abby continued the season in 2024, she participated in the Tom Jones Memorial Invitational in mid-April. She left everyone in the dust when she ran 100 meters in just 11.05 seconds and ended up being placed 4th. Abby truly made her country proud when she contributed to the USA Red Team's second-place finish in the women's 4x400 meter relay and became part of the victorious team in the women's 4x100 meter relay. In the race, she really had the jets on and ran so fast that eventually, the record breaker won a time of 41.94 seconds. It was like she forgot what hesitation meant and went crazy at the USATF Bermuda Grand Prix in late April. Abby Steiner kissed the gold medal in the 200-meter race with a time of 22.7 seconds. We know that it wasn't as good as her personal best, but people tend to forget that she was lying in bed, injured just a couple of months ago. She was gradually improving herself and polishing all that rust away with only one goal in mind: the Olympics. Her achievements were piling up one after another, and at the 2024 USATF Los Angeles Grand Prix, she finished second in the 200 meters with a time of 22.32 seconds. It was a bit sad that she lost to Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, who was just slightly better than her. It's not even an excuse when you take into account that Sydney is the reigning Olympic champion. The time that she had eagerly waited for had arrived. Her achievements qualified her to participate in the 2024 United States Olympic Trials, which were held at Hayward Field in Eugene. The moment she walked into the participation room, everyone knew that someone as resilient as her would definitely make it. Abby thought the same, but she was not ready for what was to come. Steiner flew through the first rounds of the 200 meters, finished second in her heat, and came third overall with a time of 22.29 seconds. It was the fastest time in the history of that season. However, her luck ran out in the final because instead of Abby Steiner, Gabby Thomas took the win with a time of 22.81 seconds, securing her spot in Paris. Other than Gabby, Brittany Brown and Mackenzie Long also made the team when they finished second and third respectively. Sadly, Abby couldn't even secure the fourth position because Richardson's time of 22.16 seconds placed her fourth, and Steiner's 22.24 seconds placed her sixth. It was the most devastating thing she had faced, And it was this moment when Abby knew she wouldn't be able to compete in the Olympics. And that's exactly what happened. She couldn't make the cut to qualify for the Olympics, but she achieved something else nonetheless. A new personal best in the 200 meters, making her the 5th fastest woman in this event for the season. This was the fastest she had ever run, and it became her new personal best. But the news of her not qualifying for the Olympics was too much for her to enjoy the new record. Even though this news broke her, Abby was far from giving up. She only lost to the fastest women of the season. But since this tournament was after her injury, she believed in her potential to perform even better. Steiner shared with the world that she had gone through the Haglund surgery on her left foot back in August 2023. This candid response of hers was pretty crazy because she had already followed the same procedure on her right foot in September. This post was like a disappointed prayer because Abby could not meet her expectation for the comeback she had in mind, and it became pretty clear when she said, "I so desperately wanted this to be the comeback season of my life and gave it everything I could to make it happen." Sadly, it couldn't turn out the way she wanted, but the young athlete didn't forget to thank all the people who had supported her throughout the season, especially her fans, friends, and her family. Thanks to those who continued to believe in me regardless of the outcome. It hasn't been an easy journey these past couple of years, but I'll be back. Abby understands just how important support systems are, and she's grateful to have everyone who stood by her on this journey. Many athletes don't have them, and this causes them to fall behind. Maybe it was because of Abby's fan support that she was able to make a comeback after having 2 severe surgical procedures. She said, "I couldn't ask for a better support system. I know that they're there for me, cheering me on whether I win this race or fall flat on my face." The help and love she received from her boyfriend, coach, and family is something that she will never forget, and they are the reason that she is still so optimistic. "I think that's the plan," Steiner said about her future goals. "We haven't talked about it yet, but at the end of the day, it's good to just be back and doing what I love." It's so admirable that even after she had her dreams snatched away from her, she managed to stay competitive in this environment. Steiner even says that it's her passion for sports and competition that pushes her and burns her spirit to try harder and better. Let's end this video with one of the quotes that she made on the sport. "I love doing this. Even though it's tough at times, it's really fun." There you have it, guys. The incident that Abby Steiner and no one else saw coming. What were your guesses about Abby's career change? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the best sports drama on the internet.